Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today's video I'm going to go over the top 17 things to do in Kansas City, Missouri. At number 17 we have the Money Museum. The Money Museum is a free walk-in and self-guided experience. Tickets are not required. There's a scavenger hunt for kids to find certain things throughout the museum, and admission is free, so that's really good. While you're there, check out the Golden Bar to see if you're strong enough to curl it. The money pit in the Money Museum holds $50,000 in change from pennies to silver dollars. Last year, around 65,000 people visited the Money Museum. That made it the most visited museum or visitor center in the Federal Reserve. At number 16, we have the Arabia Steamboat Museum. The Arabia Steamboat Museum is a unique attraction. The museum is one of Kansas City's most popular attractions. It is the largest single collection of pre-Civil War artifacts in the world. The highlight of the museum is when you can see the boat and so many fascinating artifacts that were found on it. Admission is $14.50, but for many, it's definitely worth the price. At number 15, we have the Power and Light District. The buzzing Power and Light District is home to the T-Mobile Center, drawing big crowds for basketball games and concerts. Nearby, the College Basketball Experience tells the history of the sport through interactive exhibits. Bars and steakhouses in the area have a unique party vibe, and there are upscale clubs for late-night dancing and live music. The shopping scene offers wonderful boutiques for fashion and accessories. For families, the Green Roof Park is a very fun place to go, along with walking down the district with all the cool buildings around. At number 14, we have the Harry Truman Presidential Library. It is the presidential library of, and resting place of, Harry S. Truman. He was the 33rd President of the United States of America. His wife and daughter are also buried there. It was the first presidential library to be created under the provisions of the 1955 Presidential Libraries Act. It went through a multi-million-dollar renovation recently, which was well worth it. There are many amazing artifacts that are related to and belonging to President Truman in the museum. Prices are $12 for adults, $10 for seniors, $5 for youth, and free for children 12 and under. At number 13, we have the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art. The museum is a captivating destination for art lovers. It features a vast collection that spans centuries and cultures, from ancient Egyptian artifacts to modern masterpieces. The museum is notably known for its inclusion of Indian and Chinese art. It is a must-visit art museum. Admission is free. Outside the museum, there are lovely plants and wildlife, giant shuttlecocks, which is very iconic, and even mini golf. There's also a glass maze, which is very difficult for some to get through. Make sure not to let your kids run through because they will likely bonk their heads. That's happened to my family many times and resulted in lots of crying. But it's still very fun. I definitely recommend checking it out. At number 12, we have the Riverwalk. This is a wonderful activity for families or a peaceful walk for a couple. You walk along the town of Kansas Bridge. That is full of historical placards. You'll eventually get to a nice lookout of the Missouri River. You'll notice that there are lots of locks which the city has to clean up eventually. So if you and your lover want to put a lock on the bridge, make sure to put it high so the cleaners can't get to it. Once you walk down the bridge, there's a nice path to walk along. There are abandoned foundations of old buildings which are fun for kids to climb on. If you walk far enough, you'll eventually get to the KC Kearns Women's Soccer Team Stadium, KPKC Stadium. The Riverwalk is definitely a very underrated thing to do in Kansas City for sure. At number 11, we have the World War I Museum. The museum is considered the best World War I museum in the world. It inspires thought, dialogue, and learning to make the experiences of the World War I meaningful and relevant for present and future generations. As you're driving to downtown Kansas City, you'll notice the large 217-foot monument sticking up in the skyline. Admission is free for members, but prices range from $10 to $18 depending on age. If you go to the museum, I would definitely suggest riding the elevator to the top of the Liberty Memorial Tower. The views from the top are astounding, and definitely a great place to take some nice pictures of the Kansas City skyline. The memorial and the museum is a very interesting and beautiful place to go. At number 10, we have the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. The museum is great if you are wanting to learn some history, especially if you're a baseball fan, like me. You can buy tickets online or at a gift shop on site. Tickets are $6 to $10 depending on age. There are many cool artifacts that belong to Negro League players like Jackie Robinson and Satchel Paige. There are lots of videos throughout the museum giving great explanations of the things around you. The highlight for me, the highlight for the kiddos, is the baseball museum with statues of some of the best Negro League players. You are not supposed to run around the bases, but that rule is definitely often broken, especially by my family. The museum's located right next to the Jazz Museum, which is another cool place that you should check out in Kansas City. At number 9, we have the streetcar. You can take the streetcar starting from Union Station all the way down to City Market. It is a fun activity for families. What we like to do as a family is ride the streetcar down to City Market and get food there. They are currently working on expanding the streetcar limits all the way out to the Country Club Plaza. It is free to ride, and I would definitely recommend it as a way to get around Kansas City. At number 8, we have Science City. This is an outstanding museum for children to play and learn about science. There are countless activities for children to do. The coolest parts of the museum are the playground outside with a large climbing thing, the exhibit with lots of cool animals like fish, snakes, and even iguanas, the water exhibit, the dino exhibit, and the cool sound activities on the top floor. Admission tickets are $14.50 each, with newborns getting in for free. This museum is recognized as one of the top children's museums in the United States. At number 7, we have the Kansas City Zoo. This zoo has more than 1,700 animals and spreads over 200 acres of land. Prices are $23 to $25 depending on age. This zoo is recognized as one of the top-notch zoos in America. There are so many different animals to see and very fun activities, like the Sky Safari, which goes over tons of animals in the Africa exhibit, like the giraffes, zebras, and rhinos. Recently, an aquarium was built, and it is fairly small, but it's a great aquarium. Overall, this zoo is a wonderful activity for families, and my family has been going there since 2015, and it's been fun every single time I've gone. At number 6, we have Crown Center. Crown Center offers shopping, dining, entertainment, and fun for the entire family. During Christmas time, there's a huge Christmas tree that is put up along with large Christmas things, I guess you could say, like nutcrackers and gingerbread houses that kids can climb around. There's also an ice skating rink, which is a really fun activity because there's blasting Christmas music, and it's a fun memory and a great place, or a great thing to do with friends. It is home to the aquarium and Lego Land. The shopping mall has cool shops and wonderful dining experiences. It is connected to Crown Center is the West End Hotel, and there are walkways that connect Crown Center that can get you all the way to Union Station, which I'll talk about later in this video. Overall, it is a very, very, very cool place to go, especially at Christmas time. At number 5, we have the Country Club Plaza. The Country Club Plaza is home to many shopping places and restaurants. During the winter, the plaza lights are great to view. During the other seasons, it is still a fantastic place to walk around, go on a run, and view the many fountains. There is such a variety of restaurants and buildings, and the architecture is very cool. During the Easter season, I would recommend walking around the plaza and trying to find the Easter bunnies. They're not alive bunnies, but they're statues. It makes a very fun activity, especially for young families. At number 4, we have the wonderful, the marvelous Kansas City barbecue. Places like Kansas City Joe's and Arthur Bryant's are what makes Kansas City very well known for their barbecue. Throughout the city, there are countless barbecue venues. When attending sports events, you'll smell the outstanding aroma of KC barbecue. My personal favorite is the Z-Man at Kansas City Joe's. So good. At number 3, we have Union Station. Built in 1914, Union Station for all those years has provided a place where people can hop on trains. It was especially popular during the World Wars. Nowadays, it has many cool places like restaurants, shopping places, and a theater. It is connected to Science City, which was previously talked about on this video. Like the other things mentioned on this video, it is a marvelous place to go to during Christmas time. There's a wonderful event that takes place in Union Station that lasts 3 weeks about. There's a train for kids to ride, a fountain show, lots of Christmas-themed trains that are robotically controlled, and beautiful backgrounds for photos. There's also a really cool Lego exhibit during Christmas. All of this is to say Union Station is a super cool place to go for anyone. My family's been doing it for years, and it's always fun. At number 2, we have the City Market. For foodies, there is many diverse restaurants that serve wonderful food. My personal favorite restaurant located there is Pigwitch, which it's an amazing barbecue burger and KC-style meats restaurant. You can ride the streetcar down to City Market. It's an excellent activity for anyone. Other cool restaurants and shops I recommend are KC Soda Co., which is a shop that sells many types of soda, and Fountain City Scoops and Floats, which sells great ice cream, floats, and even soda. Lots of soda. City Market is a really cool place to go, and after going there, I would recommend doing the River Walk, which is right by it. In my opinion, this is the best thing about Kansas City. At number 1, we have the sporting events. Kauffman Stadium, home to the Kansas City Royals, and GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium, home to the Kansas City Chiefs, are both top-tier stadiums for sports. Kauffman Stadium has many cool features like the fountains in the outfield and the huge scoreboard. Thanks to the passionate fans in Kansas City, Arrowhead Stadium is the loudest NFL venue. That makes going to Chiefs games a very loud and memorable event to go to, especially for your eardrums. Maybe if you're really, if you don't like loud noises, maybe you should bring earplugs, because it gets pretty loud, especially during the Tomahawk Chop. The KC Speedway, Children's Mercy Park, KPKC Stadium, and the T-Mobile Center are all very cool places to go to as well. Before sporting events, I would recommend going to get some barbecue. Kansas City has some very passionate fans, which makes all the games, no matter what team or place, a very cool place to go. Recently, the Kansas City Chiefs have been very, very, very good. They've won 2 Super Bowls in a row. Sadly, Kansas City doesn't have a professional basketball team, but they're very passionate about their college basketball team, the KU Jayhawks. Not me, though. When visiting KC, going to a sporting event is always a super fun thing to do, and an event you will remember for the rest of your lives. Thank you for watching this video. All of these things mentioned on this video are very cool to do, and they're very hard to rank for me. Keep in mind that these are my personal rankings, and let me know in the comments if there are any other cool things you would recommend to do in Kansas City. Thank you for watching, and bye.